I started my Etsy shop with just $100, and within a year, I sold over 84,000 items, making $286,000. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. I hit countless roadblocks, I made mistakes, and nearly lost everything. And in this video, I'm going to explain how I skyrocketed my sales and the mistakes I made along the way that you need to avoid. So stick around to learn how to fast track your success and skip the pitfalls I had to learn the hard way. I started selling on Etsy back in 2019, and since then, I've generated nearly $4 million in revenue. And what I'm about to share with you has the potential to create that same level of success for you. But let's be real, it's not going to be easy. I'm not here to sugarcoat things or make it sound effortless. Greatness takes work. So I want you to think of your business like a house. You're building the foundation. If that foundation is weak or rushed, then the first strong gust of wind is going to bring the whole house down. With that in mind, let me walk you through the strategies that helped me reach millionaire status and what you need to do to make it happen yourself. The first thing you need to understand is your audience and who you're selling to. If you don't know who you're selling to, then you'll never reach the level of success that you want or be able to quit your 9 to 5. Your target customer guides everything: the designs you create, the prices you set, and even your SEO and tags you choose. For a younger crowd, words like Riz or fam can skyrocket your views. But for older buyers, say grandmothers, you won't see them searching for cooked or buying the same style younger people do. Think back to any gift you received from your grandma. Did you really want what they got you when you were younger? Probably not. That's the power of audience awareness. And without it, you're just kind of throwing things at the wall and hoping something sticks. Which brings us to the second key element. You have to make designs for that audience. In the first step, we talked about understanding your audience. But now we need to dive into creating designs that truly resonate with them. Rather than just explaining, I'm just going to show you an example of a store I found online. This store has made around $200,000 in 2 years, which is impressive at first glance. And browsing their products, it looks like they seem that they cater to people with an outdoor lifestyle. However, this is what stood out. They have 2,100 items. So as I browsed a little further, I noticed they're actually selling a huge variety of items for multiple demographics. Now using Everbee, you can see they have several designs that have never made a sale. For example, this Christmas sweatshirt hasn't had any sales in 16 months. They also have shirts for mothers and grandmothers, which again have no sales, and some of these have been listed for over 20 months. Now exporting the data and analyzing their store, I uncovered some astonishing stats. Out of their 2,168 current listings, 2,088 haven't made it past 10 sales. Breaking it down further, 1,753 have never made a sale at all. That means 76% of their inventory is doing absolutely nothing. Now, this isn't uncommon. When I first started, I made the same mistake. However, after I analyzed my data, I quickly realized that most of my revenue was coming from a small percentage of my designs, 15% to be exact. So I archived the non-performing listings and doubled down on what was working. By focusing on designs my audience actually wanted, my sales skyrocketed. And if this store did the same, I guarantee you that they would triple their revenue. So now that you've got a handle on your audience and the designs that they want, let's dive into marketing. When it comes to marketing, there are three main strategies you should focus on. You have social media, influencer, and of course, ads. So let's start with social media. Not every platform will work for your shop, so it's important to choose the one that aligns with your target audience. Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok each cater to a different group of people, and understanding who uses them is super important. For example, Facebook is most popular among adults aged 25 to 34, and it's great for more traditional or family focused products. Instagram, on the other hand, is perfect for visual and lifestyle driven brands. They have a strong presence among 18 and 34-year-olds. And TikTok, highly popular amongst teenagers and young adults. Your focus for this should be trendy and attention grabbing items. These people scroll fast. So, if you're catering to a younger audience, platforms like TikTok and Instagram will probably work best for you. Now, for more mature audiences, Facebook often is the better choice. Now, if you're looking for a full breakdown and more in depth of these platforms, including Pinterest, LinkedIn, X, Reddit, or even Snapchat, join my school community. I'll be releasing this information as part of my upcoming free course, as well as a breakdown of the ages and the percentages of usage, so that you can really dial in on your audience and what platforms they use. So next, let's talk about influencers. They can be a huge game changer for marketing, especially if their audience aligns with your products. Without that alignment, though, you'll be wasting money, which I unfortunately learned the hard way. So before working with any influencer, always ask for their audience stats. You want to know the demographic, the engagement, the niche, where the locations are, what age, all of that. The more information you have, the better equipped you'll be to choose someone whose audience resonates with your products. Now, when done right, influencers can significantly boost your visibility and your sales. But again, they have to align with your product. So now let's move on to ads. I ran ads from day one, but you have to be strategic with this. You have several options: Etsy, Meta, Google, and even Pinterest ads. Etsy ads are a great starting point, especially for new sellers, as they promote your products directly within Etsy's marketplace. However, I personally found Meta, Facebook, and Instagram to be more effective. They provide complete control, allowing you to target specific audience based on their age, gender, location, interests, and even their income. This level of precision has been a game changer for scaling my business. Now, Etsy Ads unfortunately does not have any kind of control like this. So you solely have to rely on them feeding the items to the correct audience. And if any of you watching this have run Etsy ads in the past, then you know sometimes that that's not always the case. Certain items will get pushed more than others, and it doesn't really make any sense. It really makes you question where the data is coming from. Now, moving on to Google, while powerful in driving traffic, it's something that I've not used for Etsy. I've used it for Shopify in the past, but not Etsy. So I may try and play around with this in the future, and if I do, I'll make sure to circle back to it, but I don't want to give you any incorrect information. Now, Pinterest, on the other hand, I have used a lot in the past. It's more affordable than Meta and can bring in a good amount of traffic. However, keep in mind that Pinterest users are often looking for inspiration rather than making immediate purchases. And the platform tends to lean more towards younger audiences. Learning to run effective ads, especially on Meta, takes time, but it's worth the investment. And also, before you run any ads, I highly suggest that your SEO is on point. If you want to learn more about Etsy SEO and the different strategies, make sure you check out this video. It's a little older, so I'm sorry for the quality, but it'll help you understand exactly how to run SEO and the different tactics to get noticed on Etsy. Now, one thing I want everybody to know: the products I sell didn't make me rich, my margins did. Margins determine whether you're making money or heading towards financial failure. You risk pricing yourself right out of business if you don't know your net profit. While analyzing your competitors' pricing is a good starting point, your main focus should always be on how much you make after all expenses. A strong understanding of this is the foundation of a profitable business. So my suggestion is as follows. If you sell digital items, your pricing should reflect the effort and time that you put into creating them. Since these products only need to be created once, You can offer them at a lower price point, but don't undervalue your work. Now, for print on demand, aim for at least 20% or more. And for physical, you want to shoot for 40% or higher. Anything below these numbers is a recipe for disaster. You'll be working hard, but without any financial reward to show for it. Instead of building wealth, you'll continuously be chasing it. A good net margin isn't optional, it's essential for your business to succeed. So, real quick, let's dive into something that can make or break your Etsy shop. And this one is overlooked by so many people. It's customer service. Now, this isn't just about being polite, it's about building trust and standing out in the marketplace. A majority of my 5-star reviews are because of my customer service. And this allowed me to excel over my competition. Seeing what they did wrong allowed me to capture those customers. And one major mistake they all seemed to make was failing to keep their customers informed. It goes like this: customer service, then shipment speed, and then product quality. Customer service is and always will be the top rated. In fact, 93% of Etsy shoppers rely on how sellers respond to them when deciding whether or not to buy from them. That means you play a massive role in turning browsers into buyers. Think about it. When someone messages your shop, how quickly can you respond? Chances are they've contacted multiple sellers. So if you're the first to reply, you're already making a strong impression. Prompt communication tells customers that you're reliable and attentive, giving them a reason to choose you over your competition. Now, many of these interactions may not lead to immediate sales, but they will remember you down the road. Also, being proactive is equally important, and where many of my competitors failed. If there's an issue like a delayed shipment, don't wait for the customer to ask about it. Reach out to them first. Let them know that you're aware of the problem and that you're working on a solution. This shows that you care about their experience, and it builds trust. While having a great product and fast shipping is important, how you handle issues is even more crucial. A quick, thoughtful response can turn a negative situation into a positive one. This leaves the customer feeling valued and creates a loyal customer who's going to come back again and again. Now remember, success doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and willingness to adapt. But if you focus on these key elements, you're already ahead of the game and 99% of other sellers. And if you're serious about taking your Etsy shop to the next level, make sure you join my school community. I'll be diving even deeper into these topics with my free online course, and it's designed to help you succeed. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. You know I love to hear from you, and thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.